Yeah, we had a heck of a weekend. Traveled to Minneapolis from Friday night. We took a loss up there, a very disappointing one. A loss we felt like we should have had, and then we had to travel back here. Quick turnaround Sunday to take on a really good Nebraska team who was undefeated, was ranked number 2 in the country. Has a heck of a lineup, and we were able to do what we thought we could do. A great win for our team. I think it's going to propel us into the rest of this Big Ten season, and give our guys a lot of confidence, and really excited about Friday night what we have with Ohio State coming to town.
Questions? Brian?
Diane called it an upset win. Was it an upset win, Chris?
On paper, I mean, they were ranked number 2 in the country. You know, we had just gotten beat Friday night, so it really was. They were favored in 8 matches. But they had a guy that was ranked 3rd in the country, and Evan Wick was ranked 6th. We're 4-1 against them, but, is that an upset win that we had? You know what I mean? But they were favored in 8 matches coming into the duel. We were able to upset them a bunch. Tristan Moran wrestled the number 3 or 4 guy in the country, and we were 6 or 7. We were able to beat him. Wick was able to upset the number 3 guy. At 125 pounds, Eric Barnett pinned a guy that's ranked higher than him. Cole Martin actually beat a kid at 149 that's ranked higher than him. So up and down the lineup, we won the matches. We were in underdogs, and then won the ones we were supposed to, and we were able to pull the duel off.
How do you stack up against Ohio State then?
It's another Big Ten match. They're ranked. They're ranked 3rd. I don't know. The rankings will come out today and tomorrow. It's going to be a heck of a duel. They've got 2 guys that are ranked number 1 in the country. We've got 1 guy that's ranked number 1 in the country, and then we've got a bunch of guys on both squads that are ranked in the top 10. So it's going to be a heck of a duel. There's a lot of highly ranked guys coming to this duel. So whoever shows up to wrestle. And I like our chances. I like what our fans brought Sunday. It was a heck of an advantage wrestling in the field house than it was Friday night up there in Minneapolis. So I was never really one to believe in the home field advantage. But I'll tell you what, we had it on Sunday, and when things got rolling our way, our fans got involved, and our guys really were thriving off the crowd.
AJ?
What can you say about Tristan Moran and his big weekend, and how is he feeling during his weekend?
Yeah, Tristan Moran had a great weekend. One of the best I've ever been around. He beat Friday night. He beat the number 5 ranked guy in the country, the guy that kept him off the All-American podium at the NCAA tournament. And then he turns around 2 days later and beats the number 3 ranked guy. So he's doing everything right. He's a different guy than he was last year. He's got his weight under control, his training at a very, very high level. He's been healthy all year long. His spirits are high. He's a great kid. Like he said on his interview with the Big Ten Network, when he loses, he's very, very surprised he lost. He thinks he's the best guy in the country. And when you're wrestling with that kind of confidence, man, it's anything can happen out there.
Brian?
So looking at the matchup against Ohio State, he's taking on the number 1 guy?
Yeah, so
right?
he goes what, 5-3-1 in less than a week? So yeah, hey, that's what we want. That's, I keep telling these guys, this is what we signed up for. Every one of us knew we were signing up to be in the Big Ten Conference. This is what it's about. Right now, I'm telling you right now, Tristan Moran this could be the national tournament run for him. He could see the same guys in the quarters, the semis, and the finals of the NCAA tournament that he saw in these 10 days. So, or these week, it's 7 days. So, can we do it? Yeah, he can beat anybody in the country. So, he'll be up for it. He'll be rested. He'll be ready to go. And like the rest of our guys, it's going to be one heck of a match Friday night.
AJ?
What's the one matchup that Badger fans should be looking for specifically on Friday night?
Well, I think on paper that's the best. That's the 2 highest ranked guys. Tristan will be ranked between 3 and 4 or 5 when they come out this week. This kid, Luke Pletcher, will be ranked number 1. I think that's the match to watch, but you've also got some really good ones. 125 is going to be a good match. 2 young guys going at it. 133, we've got the number 1 ranked wrestler in the country. I think that's against a true freshman. So we should see that one. 165 is another great matchup. Evan Wick's got a very, very tough opponent in Ethan Smith. And then they bring in the number 1 wrestler at 197, and then at heavyweight, they got a guy they call, Gas Tank Gary, because he's supposed to be in some real great shape. And, we've got a guy they call Thor. So I think for, it's shaping into a WWE type match at heavyweight. But again, Ohio State brings a great team, great individuals. I think it's going to be a great dual meet.
Brian?
Got a few guys that have reached 100 wins in their career. How special is that in this sport?
Well, I think it's big. We're only allowed to have 16 dates a year. So to get 100 wins is a big deal, you know, especially in this conference. You know, this is a tough conference. So for these guys to be getting 100 wins is a great feat. You know, they're individual wins, and they're wrestling the toughest conference in the country. So when you can get 100 wins, you know, we can celebrate that. I don't like when they, you know, we're celebrating in the middle of the year. We can celebrate those things at the banquet afterward. But you know, I'm excited for those guys that are winning, and they deserve every one of them, and will deserve every one that comes after it.